He's trying to find a framework that fits and makes sense of this terrible situation his people are in. But from the other side, the same move can go wrong really quickly. When self-blame stops being a tool for meaning making and starts being a way of grinding people into the ground, it becomes toxic. It becomes the kind of religion that tells abuse survivors they must have done something to bring it on themselves. It tells communities in poverty that if they had just more faith, their circumstances could be different. It tells people with mental illness or chronic pain that they're suffering because they haven't prayed enough. That is a distortion of these texts. The communal confession in Nehemiah 1 is not a template for spiritual self-flagellation. It was a very specific man in a very specific moment with a very specific community finding a way to hold grief and agency at the same time. So the question of whether suffering is always deserved, that question gets to stay open because the Bible keeps it open. Job keeps it open. Lamentation keeps it open. The Psalms of Complaint keep it open. And the simplistic answers in either direction of, well, you deserved it, or God had nothing to do with it, flatten something the text is trying to keep alive.
Wow. This is me snapping right here because honestly, looking at it this way really does kind of open it up, and you can see just all the parallels to not only what we have seen happen in churches and to survivors of or victims of different things that have happened in the world, and our ways of trying to justify that is not as black and white as we may put it or as others may view it.
It's always a messier process, and
Yeah,
we want clean, but
yeah,
it doesn't usually work out that way.
yeah, yep.
And I'll just say, as someone with a pastoral training, find a church where you can be open about that, because far too many cover over that so you have the nice, shiny, happy veneer that makes it seem like everything's okay. If you can't be honest about the sucky things in your life, then what are we doing in that gathering? That does not allow anything else to be done honestly.